Hey everyone and welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Right, well we're still in March for now, although we're not going to be stopping in here long. I've got the AI needs to do a couple of jobs for me. Why am I using that one? That's the wrong one. Basically, we're going to be using digestate to redo the grass field now. I would do this myself, but if I do it myself, I've got to run backwards and forwards and refill the tanker. Whereas the AI can use the auto load setting. Blurry one, that's the one that does it. Okay, so he's going to get this job done. The Mass is then going to get this field rolled for us. This was the last, big oak field. And once those are done, we can skip into tomorrow. And there's a lot to do tomorrow. A lot to do. Oh, a chance to load that? What I'm going to do first of all is on here is all the planks and long planks and wood beams, sorry. Because according to the list, these all sell at the playground. That works and makes good money. My plan is maybe to come back and grab those prefab walls. Not sure yet, we'll see. And then we've got that mineral feed contract now. I'm going to show you guys something about that. Oh, what I thought was a trick, which turned out not to be, but we'll explain more when we get onto it. If it works, we're going to make a lot of money today. And then I'm going to pretty much immediately spend a lot of that money, because I have plans. Don't involve me flipping the tractor over. Right, 2 minutes in. Yeah, over 2 minutes in. I'm hoping all those prefab walls fit on this trailer. I'm actually not sure they will. I'm thinking I might need to buy the big triaxle flatbed. Or we got the whole hog and get an Arctic. Which could be an option, because like I say, if things go the way I'm planning, we're going to be making some good money, but then I'm going to be spending quite a lot of it. Yes, I'm hoping that there's enough digestate in the biogas plant there to... Not actually going down here, which is slightly concerning. Oh, cause he's still showing us full, but if I go on to the other menu... Yep, so it's definitely doing that. I'm hoping there's going to be enough in there to allow him to finish that field. Obviously, I don't think we're ever going to be using it in large enough numbers that we're going to be able to use it for everything on our farm. It's the weird thing I have with like digestate. I kind of say with slurry, to be honest with you, where by the time your farm's producing enough that it could be viable to use, your farm's too big to use it. Unless you're willing to wait 3 or 4 years to have enough in stock to do all our land, all the land we own now. Like this guy, all of these guys. Huge. So that's going to need one level of fertilization. Hang on, 2 still needs rolling? 2's like, I forget, oh 2 is the... Don't text and drive, folks. 2 was the one that glitched one in and didn't want to be rolled. I'm off to a cracking start here, aren't I? As I say, we'll get these sold. Don't need them up. I'm hoping the playground will take them all. That's always giving me the best selling price. If not, I'll probably just throw them into the maker next door. I'm really not sure if the physics would be that bad in real life. I would think a trailer, I mean, don't know, this trailer's probably overloaded. But a lot of the way slow down. I don't think it will be as keen to roll over as, you know, the game's making it out to be. I'm hoping for about 100k off this, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I got my 100k, and a bit of interest. Time to knock down this SOP sign. If I then go back and do the... Come on, game. By the way, I apologise if there's any little stutters. I updated the graphics card drivers yesterday, so I did run around the map of it to try and rebuild the cache, but sometimes it's a bit slow on the uptake. That field actually. Well, the field's planted. With by the looks of it. Oops. Right on. 109. I'm just feeling like the opportunity to buy more land is not far away. Obviously we've got planting to do, we've got vegetables to plant with the sorghum. And with my special project on, would have been 82, but I'm now looking at these down here, wondering about doing it down here instead. I'd keep 82, well, 82 could be like a good productions area again. But we'll see. Like I say, I'm planning, I'll say now, I'm planning a big spend of a new tractor. If things go really well. Not off the U section either. At least if I tagged. If it all goes to plan, I'm going to be spending a lot of money there. We roll back into here. I'm hoping all those prefabs will fit. I mean, on multiplayer I have before they double heighted them, but I kind of don't want to do that. Nothing else as well. I'm going to have to try and keep an eye on things as well, and occasionally, as things spawn, move them over to where our storage area over here is going to be. And so, I think there's going to be too many. I do. I think this trailer's long enough. Do I just sell like the trailer full? Nowhere near. Nowhere near. With 2 left over. Might as well sell a full load anyway. I believe these will need to go up to the farmer's market, so it's going to be a bit of a drag. I should probably buy that a man or two in the use. I should probably buy that like here. It'd still take me 10 times longer than this. Maybe the bigger flatbed can be a purchase in the future. If I can squeeze a third one like hanging off the back and then there's only one left behind. Don't think so, I don't think there'll be enough even for it to purchase on. No, that's hanging off slightly. Those two have to stay there. Oh well. I believe the best place to sell these was the farmer's market, wasn't it? Farmer's market, which obviously is the top of the map. I'm not getting that full amount because I'm leaving 2 behind, but it should still be 15 grand times 6. 90 grand here. Goes up to $500,000. And then the mineral fee contract, which I'll explain when I get there. But if these guys still aren't getting close to done, I'll get that done tonight. And this must be a fast tractor. Suppose it isn't when he's got all this weight on his back. Apparently it looks like the strapping bug has been fixed anyway, which is nice. We're not having problems with that anymore. I don't know about some of the multiplayer bug has definitely been fixed, which is great. I've always had to clear my throat. Obviously, like I've said before, planes and prairies. What on earth happened there? The tractor's literally hard righted. I didn't touch the button. What it was to do with the trailer. You're seeing that, right? I don't trust the AI not to pull in front of me and freaking emergency stop. It's annoying. Farmer's market is for quite a while yet. Yeah, basically right up to the top. Best way. I look at this piece of land here and like, how much is like? I mean, that's got canola on, which is not much use to us, but will obviously be a saleable crop. 360. There's like 500,000 for those two. The issue I have with buying that now is that it's so far away from the rest of our land. I mean, I bought one down here, which is a bit of a trek, but at least it's like one road. Just around here over the bridges, I'm pretty sure we're too heavy to run over, but I won't tell if you don't. At least we get all these jobs out of the way. It puts us in a good position for tomorrow just getting stuff done. Say the sorghum, I need to get the sorghum planted. Got a project, and also got the vegetables to plant. Bounce. Bounce. I think I said last time, I really wish the AI would such revitalise the maze. You know, it's a cool idea when it starts, but once it's withered, it just sits there withered. It kind of loses its grandeur. So here we go, so back around 90k. Right, so I'm going to do the supply contract. So originally my plan, I'll tell you now, was to grab the big Fortuna trailer, load that up with mineral feed. It's going to our mixed feed. Go to our feed mixer. 66,000 litres of mineral feed. So getting ready for that, I said just do a bit of due diligence and check things out. So mineral feed costs £1,000 for 1,050 litres at the store in a pallet. So by my maths, we need 63 pallets, which obviously is £63,000. So I took the Fortuna trailer, which bear in mind folks has a 39,000 litre capacity. And this was just on a blank map. And I filled it full of mineral feed. You see what it would cost? 39,000, it would cost about 39 grand. It cost me 126,300, which means from the station, buying station, it costs about 3,200 for every 1,000 litres. I recognised it with fertiliser, didn't I, that I was getting Mondo ripped off by that. And it appears it's doing the same to me in everything, so that means we're going to need to buy some pallets. Because I'm still going to the contract, I'm going to put my 64 because it's our machine. What we don't use to come on, don't contract to go into storage. That's going to cost us like £64,000. To be a profit of like 300 grand. Now I've said before, these supply contract missions are good. They're great for getting rid of stuff like straw when they're available. But the reason why I don't just sit and use them all the time is because pretty much everything, if you do it right, you'll make money just by buying it and selling it. Sometimes like this, big money. And you can pretty much break the game's economy with it. So I'm doing this one because this one's going to fund a pretty cool purchase. And it's not something you'll see me doing a huge amount of unless it's, the Fortuna's here. That's because actually I was going to have it over here ready and then change my mind. I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'm probably going to sell that at the end of today or tomorrow anyway, so the store will still be open when it's 6 PM, yeah. I would think it will be. Put this over here. Then I'm going to have to buy some pallets. Now, I don't know if this will carry 64 at once, I doubt it. But, see how we get on. So anyway. Here, these animals, it's under. You see mineral feed there, look. 1,050 litres. Or 500 litres for slightly more, so 1,050 litres. That's me 8 grand, so that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, and that should be 64. Right now, so I don't know how many of these I'm going to get on this at once. I reckon he might carry 32 like he did the flower, which plays 2 trips in it. If that's the case, fair enough. I'm just hoping I can get this into vision where I can just load it from there. Okay, one of them is finished. Okay, it's not letting me pick these last 2 up, but I don't want to go with half a load, so I'll just manually put these in the gaps. I can see where the gaps are. There's a gap there. And there's one on the other side there. Actually, I think he's put them in slightly the wrong place. So he might not be able to squeeze them in, so what I'll do is I'll just stick them on the back. On top even. So this is, just to be happy, this is 32 in. Which one's finished? Ah, you've finished. Right, so how much digester did you use? Not a lot. That's good. And you finished, the field is like happy. Yep. Yeah, this could be a useful machine to have. Like I said, those who's using a lot probably only use on grass, to be honest with you. Pull that man. Put this guy away. Look, I think our contract's got like 50 hours, so even if the other one finishes, you can really skip the night and finish the contract in the morning. How much more has he got to do? Shouldn't be a lot, because it's a bloody big machine. I think it's a bloody big field. That bit. So here we are with the first half. We'll get over to our machine. I say if this works, then the profit is going to be, I think it'll be just under 300k, it's something like 700 grand. No. Didn't save that one. Come on, flip it over. Not too. Fail. Stop sign's currently shitting itself. There. Wheels. Where you're supposed to be. Luckily it's only just over the bridge. That's the... I really need to do something with those trees. I think with mods I can take those, I can delete those trees and then replant them. I might just do that. Because it is annoying me that the AI just never deals with them. Right, so corners coming, so remember that. I also need to redo the what's it, don't I? The auto drive route there. So hopefully if I can get this position right, drive the trailer through the sell point. So I'm going to regret where I position this. You can see that I moved the bales out of the way. Okay, that's not a great start. Not going to work, is it? I have to throw them out. Not even taking them at all, that's slightly worrying. Front load side to the right. Gotta try and gauge the distance, that's the hard part with doing this. Okay. The other method. Right there, so it's taking them at least. Get them towards the point it's taking them, so. Let's get my throwing arm ready. things I end up doing in this game, folks. It's unreal. So I just time lapses just so you guys don't have to watch me do this all the time. And then when we get back, we'll probably won't finish the contract till tomorrow. The good thing is he. Any left standing yet? A couple. So folks, enjoy. Well, folks, that was nice. As you can see, we've lost a little bit of money overnight, but then, of course, I have to save. Why wouldn't I? $753,000 used. No. So we're gonna head over to the stock. We're gonna spend quite a bit of money right now, but unfortunately, I will say the mass is going. 9S has been good, as you can see there. We've had the 21 hours it's done. I'm curious to see, if you remember the way we got this, it should have been a used tractor, but because we financed it, the hours went down to 0, so we'll see whether it sells. Like, if it sells like we bought it new, there's a chance we might sell it more than we paid for it. Which would be a bit of a bug, but yeah, this and that Fortuna trailer are going to get sold, because they're going towards the funding of the new one. Now on top of that, obviously we need to plant the sorghum in 84 and 5. We need to plant the vegetables, 84 and 83. We need to plant my project, which I probably can let the cat out of the bag in a second, on 82. It'll be still a busy day. Well, yeah, started nice and early, so I'll grab the Fortuna trailer, we're going to sell all of this. And then we're going to do some shopping. Now, I've said before I was looking for like more unusual vehicles, and I decided, you know what? I talk about the brand I love a lot, and yet I don't own a lot. So my plan is actually to go for something quite predictable, but that I know will be an amazing assistant to the farm. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm going to sell the weight, I'm going to buy a brand new weight and everything. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't even pay that much for it, so by the time I've done this, this, then this is going to put us nearly $1 million. I don't think I've ever seen that much money done in this series. Let's do the tractor first. So what I'm going to go for is down here somewhere. Going for one of these. Going top of the range, 942. I want everything to be big, so BKTs with variable grip. I love that. Not bothered about the design line stuff. Beacon lights I definitely want. PTO we want. Not sure which one to go to. Go for Power Plus, I think. The main colour now. This may be be unpopular here. I'm actually going to go for the Fed Petrol Blue. What I'm also going to do is save it as a favourite, because I'm going to need it as a favourite for something later. So that's in there now, yeah. Yeah, I've activated it twice. Yes, we're going Petrol Blue, which is a genuine faint colour. I know it's not the... I'm actually going to paint the roof to match. I'm a big fan of the roof in a different colour. The rims are going to be Fent, but they're going to be a bit more of a shine. I'm loving that. The license plate, of course. As always, it's going to be the horsepower. So there's a good chunk of the money gone. And they're going to buy a nice big front weight. Something with a bit of style to it. You know, one with like lights on it and stuff would be nice. Not like that. Can I paint? Yeah, I can paint that. Not the heaviest, but I just like the style. Obviously, we can take it off when we're near the front. Here we are, folks. Look at this bad boy. I think you'll agree this is going to be a bit of a monster for us. I'm loving this thing. So the other reason why I wanted the colour set was I'm going to do... So I sold the big trailer. I was going to tweet it to a brand new trailer at the same time. So I want the new one. There is the 760. 40, yep. Extension. So main colour. We pay to match. Chassis colour for just black. And the rim colour. I mean, how's that for a combination, folks? Is that not just the sexiest thing you'd ever see on a farm? I think you've all got to agree that that is some setup. Right, so now on to what we actually need to do today. Because what we need to do is plant the sorghum. So for that, I'm going to need a planter. I'm not going to mess about. Let's take one of the bigger ones so we get it done quickly. We're going to lease it. That's going to be the main job number one, is get that sorghum. We don't need any fertiliser or seeds, we have loads for the farm. I'm going to put this trailer over here for now. Of course I'm going to use the new boy to do it. Still so happy I bought this thing. Yep, so sorghum we say is going to pretty much just all get fed straight to the chickens. Yeah, this thing obviously it's also slightly faster than the Deutsch, so this might actually be the point where you say that the Deutsch at a later point can go. Get replaced with something else of interest. If you've got ideas of what to replace with, let me know. There's nothing used right now. That'd be a good opportunity to get something used, but yeah, this is big horsepower now. I mean, we were doing well when all our tractors were like 290 to 300. And I know you're going to set up, people are going to say, well, why not go for the 1000 cc's? I don't know, I like the 942. For me, it's right for this farm. We have some big fields, we're going to need some big equipment moving. And this will be fantastic for the job. So, I'm going to load this up, and we're going to get the sorghum planted. Then one of the AI can roll it while I go and do special job. Hoping I can have to unfold this to load it with seed. Pretty sure I don't. Hang on, quick animal check. Water flow good, no babies. Sheep barn is filling up. He's going through its food, but it's okay. Chicken coop, good. Big cow barn, good, and filling up with them. I do have some grass bales in storage, don't I? Yes, I do. So when the sheep need it, I meant to put them in the sheep pen a couple of episodes ago and I accidentally put them in the bale store. Ah, yeah. As you fertilize, I put them in the seed section. I may even see there's a couple of seeding contracts to do, and then we can make some real money out of this. He's coming seeds from over there, fertilizer from over there. That'll do. Donkey. I'm going to move over here and hopefully grab the seeds. See, I'm fertilizer from that distance, yet seeds from here, I think we have escaped him right now. That's better. Hopefully that might be enough, so we'll see how it does. This bad boy shouldn't have many difficulties. On this. Then I'll go over to the end, I'll start at the end. Should give this guy his first bit of actual work. Thinking about it, I could use it. I use there's one of the seed planters uses liquid fertilizer, I should use that. To burn through some of that in storage, but alas, that can be for a future year. The folks, I'm going to get on with this, please do. As you can see, this setup, folks, is really eating through this field, which is fantastic. You know, I'm sat here looking at the money situation, I'm debating what to do. The trouble is I can't. As soon as I see money in the account, I want to spend it. That's a problem, I know, but basically what I'm torn between is I don't really want any more land at the moment. Even though we do just about have enough for 91 with a few more pallets, so we could afford to buy 91. That kind of got growing with something. With what's in that green? That's soybeans. I love the amount of I don't like if I get to buy all that. 77 parsnips could be a shout. You know what? I'm tempted by that. Fully fertilized. No weeds. That would change the way we need to plant things up here because obviously I'm actually really tempted by that. My debate myself was, do I buy an Arctic? Something, you know, like that. I won't go for that one, sorry. Like that, or an Arctic and a semi-flatbed, because we're going to have a lot of pallets and shit to move. It won't be the worst thing in the world to have something to do that with. For someone like you. And that's actually not a bad price, is it? Them two together comes to like not a huge amount. Do I take the plunge and buy us a nice big cedar? Not an air car, I'm not going to that territory. Or something like that. That doesn't fertilise, I don't want to fertilise it. Even to the ones I always use, like that blue one or the yellow one. But now I'm thinking that big parsnip field would be amazing. That means then my two fields up here, I was going to do that split crop thing, which I'm not a big fan of because it's going to be harder to manage for me. I was want to check if there's a seeding contract. A couple of good hoeing ones. You see, stuff like that. Look, if you've got that crop, that's easy money. No, nothing there of interest. Oh, how not? Have I got the money to do both? I would have fun with a little bit of a sale. You know what? I mean, it's right next to the sawmill. It's a huge field. A long way from a lot of our other stuff, I grant you that, but it's gonna... That means now, these two up here just one has to be carrots, one has to be red beets. And then we've got all three root crops. Unless we... No, I won't do all three root crops. Ooh, field 81's gonna want... What does that need? Is that hoeing? Is that spraying? Weeder. Will a hoe do that job? That sounds so wrong in my head. I think next episode I'm going to have to send the hoe down there and see how she does. I'm immature, I know, but I love it. That's this field done, so I'm now just... I'm literally now debating. What fields haven't been planted yet? Do a nice big one that hasn't been planted. Not really, no, the AI's really on it with even fields. Isn't it? Jesus. I'm thinking before I return this planter. But no, it appears that 0.3 hours and we're done. I think I'm going to unload if I return, I don't want to lose the seed. Obviously next up there's going to be vegetable planting to do. This field's going to want rolling, I'm going to set AI to do that. Won't be the massive this time because it's gone. Not in there anymore. There's nothing on lease, there's nothing else on lease at the moment, so have we got enough to do what I said? Do not make the chassis longer? Yes it does. Ah right, well, by the time you put like decent sized engines in that it does get expensive. I mean I'm tempted. I just need a bit more money first. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's tempting. This way. Do I want to take some over to the store and I can load the vegetable plant with them? Probably not a bad shout. Honest? Fully onto the arm, just use the fence once. I've got to be careful, like I said, we're going to have two fences. Use the telehandler just to put them away. That indicates a running line. There's a running line I can get next to it. Look at that big orange light on the side there. Let's put these back away. I'd love to know which mod it is he's putting the seeds in that those dough lamps for me. If anybody knows, by the way, please do comment. The fact that it said Pioneer on them is making me think I can't remember downloading a Pioneer seat pack, although I might have done. Well, there's nothing called Pioneer in here. Pioneer in here? I've no idea. Anyways, I put these away. I'm not going to end this episode here, folks. So next time we're straight back into this because obviously we've got a lot to get over yet. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share. Check out the rest of the channel. There's a lot of great stuff on here at the moment. Please just leave a comment on one of the videos. Let us know where you're here, where you're looking, where you're watching from. Wherever we see them all over the world. And until next time, we shall see you. Goodbye.